everybody, I hope you're feeling okay in your third trimester. I'm simply going to take you through this quick little flow. We're going to crank it up just a tad bit from the previous video, and let's get started. So go ahead and start with your feet, the length of your mat. Put your hands on your hips and simply just do some forward bends. So this should really feel good on your low back and on your hamstrings. The legs are wide to give room for your baby. And inhale down and breathe up through your mouth as you come up. So this should feel good, slow and controlled. Just warming up just a tad bit. Go ahead and drop your hands to the ground, nod your head yes and no, shake it to the left and to the right. Sway a little bit if you choose to. And now we're going to simply do some rotations to open up your upper back. So put one hand down, lift the other arm up, and go at your own pace. So this should feel good, opening up your upper back, and you're still stretching those hamstrings pretty good. So now we're about to transition, and we're going to be going side to side, warming up the inner thighs just a tad bit. So we're lunging to one side and hinging to the other, staying relatively low. Don't forget, being pregnant, you have more relaxin, so you're a lot more flexible than you think you are, so just be careful when doing certain moves. But we're just warming up those legs just a tad bit and toning those inner thighs. Next, we're going to be going into some squats. So our hands are going to be on our hips, our feet are going to stay right where they are, and we're going to be doing some Yogi Squats or sumo squats, depending on what term you would like to call these. So feet are turning out towards your mat. You're going to tuck your tailbone in, and you're going to sink straight down. You're going to inhale down and breathe out up. So you go as low as you feel comfortable. Again, we're still kind of warming up the body a little bit. You should be feeling good by now. If it ever hurts, of course, stop. But the squatting is really going to get you ready for delivery. And to keep in mind, since I'm filming this after I've already given birth, or recording it rather, I actually gave had birth to my baby 2 days after this little flow. And squatting probably helped. Alright. So same thing. We're going down and going up. So like sun sign goddess squats. So that's what these are. We're doing some goddess squats. And as you see, I'm picking up the pace just a tad bit to get that heart rate up. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Alright, so we're lunging and we're coming up. We're doing warrior 2 and we're coming back up. Just like that. Your knee is over your heel, not over your toe. You're really leaning into that hip flexor on that back leg. And let's go ahead and do the other side. So you inhale as you lunge forward into that warrior 2, and you exhale as you come up. It should feel pretty good, especially if you're tight due to your baby, depending on how the positioning is. So let's spread those feet out wide again. Go ahead and touch your toes if you're able to and kind of sway. Again, all of this is a feel-good movement, so it should feel really, really good. Dangling your head, stretching those hamstrings. Come up to a flat back, stretch that low back. I know I had very bad back pain during my pregnancy because my frame is so small. Alrighty, so legs stay where they are. We're going to transition to another leg exercise, leaning into that inner thigh and coming up, so kind of side lunges. We're pumping out the right leg right now. I'm sitting back on the heel and I'm inhaling down as I lunge and I'm exhaling up. So make sure there's always room for your baby. It's still possible to tone those inner thighs while you're pregnant and go at a comfortable pace. Transitioning to the other side. Let's continue this movement. Now I want you to balance on your right leg. The left leg is bent. I want you to go down with a flat back. So we're doing kind of one leg deadlifts, body weight, of course, our baby is our weight. And you're easing down and you're coming up. So we're working on our balance, and believe it or not, we're working on our core to keep our body up along with our baby. So let's switch legs. Spread those toes out wide, put the weight in your whole foot, go down slowly, inhale, and come up, slowly exhale. Alrighty, getting into a crescent lunge position, we're going to go down to a low lunge and come up to a high lunge. Okay, stretching the arms above the head should feel really nice on our baby and our low back. So we're really toning our entire leg here. We're doing crescent lunge and then we're coming up. Inhaling down, exhaling as you come up. And then we're going to do the other side. Alright, so go ahead and position those legs back out to a warrior 2 position. So this is an extended side angle position. I'm much higher than I would ordinarily, probably be due to my baby. So if you're able to get lower in this, feel free. So we're kind of reaching over and we're reaching back, and it should feel pretty good. I love doing this. I did this daily to feel good. So extended side angle, we're stretching our side body, and we're reversing the warrior as we stretch the front of our body. So the front side of the baby and the back side of the baby. And then we're going to do the other side as well. Alright, transitioning now into triangle pose. The front leg is straight. You're in the warrior 2 position legs, and we're simply just going to hold this. This is a static stretch. It should feel really deep in your side body and also your hip flexors and that front hamstring, of course. Opening up the upper back. Try to extend over. Try not to let your baby cave you forward. Really use that core strength to pull back. And of course, we're going to do the other side now. Getting into a low squat position now. I had to learn to do this while I was pregnant, and I think it did help for delivery for sure. Hands coming to prayer, getting in a really low squat, leaving room for your baby. And this is a position where you're able to do Kegel exercises if you're able. So you're just sitting low. If it's too tight, of course you can sit on a block, and you can go ahead and get out of that and stretch that one out. So that's really good for your hip flexors. So we're going to continue to go down to that low squat and come up, because this is a very tight tension area depending on how your baby feels. I know for me, I couldn't hold this very long. Felt like my lower body was very, very tight, but I felt the benefits of doing it, really getting ready for delivering. So this is the end of this little quick workout / yoga flow. I hope you really enjoyed it. I promise you'll feel better if you do this routine daily. Nothing in here is something that you should be afraid to do. It's all safe, and I hope you have a great pregnancy. See ya.